The sequence begins with the logo of the institution that produced the film. The production is called New Line Cinema. The logo fades through black to the sound of the siren. This is an example of a sound bridge. The sirens connote that the film is set in a crime-based area. The sound bridge cues a fade into an establishing shot, where we see a medium-long shot of the protagonist in his home, probably doing his daily routine. This suggests a scene of equilibrium, and we are led to believe that this is an everyday situation or scenario. The pace of the protagonist's routine can connote that he has done this routine many times. This gives us a sense that he is an ocnophobe, as the pace is very slow and lacks energy. The close-up on the knife and police accessories suggests that the protagonist is a detective. The camera jump cuts to the dead person in the room. The blood on the floor next to the body connotes that someone has been killed. This suggests that the antagonist killed this person, which creates an enigma code, as the audience doesn't know who the antagonist is and how the person was killed. The camera tilts upward in order to show the audience objects that are around the dead body. This is typical of a thriller, as this creates suspense, as the audience doesn't know who the antagonist is. The use of pulling focus allows the audience to predict what the antagonist is going to look at. This indicates that a clue to finding the antagonist is near. At first, the focus is on the protagonist, but as he gets closer to the fridge, we see that the focus shifts towards the fridge as well, which connotes to the audience that a clue has been found. This creates an enigma code, as the audience doesn't know that a clue is there at first, but as the focus goes on, we notice it.
Hey kid, what kind of fucking question is that?
During the medium shot of the protagonist, we can see his facial expression, which connotes depression or fatigue. This strengthens the idea of the protagonist being an ocnophobe, as he is seen to be fed up or discouraged about solving crimes.
Gives a fuck. He's dead. His wife killed him.
We hear the sound of someone walking up the stairs before we see the person, indicating that someone is coming up the stairs. The pace at which the character comes up the stairs connotes that the character is eager or excited to be there.
Detective Somerset? I'm Detective Mills.
Prophetic fallacy is used during the tracking shot of the two detectives when they are walking and talking to show that something bad has already happened.
Well, I'd like to get to precinct, it's all the same. You know, not much time for this transition thing.
I meant to ask you something.
As the two characters walk along the pavement, a tracking shot is used to follow them. The protagonist is walking slower than the character next to him, suggesting that the protagonist is an ocnophobe, as he is in no rush to get back to the work, whereas the other character is a philobat, as he is walking faster than the protagonist and seems eager to get back to work. The soundtrack in this scene is slow-paced, which creates suspense for the audience. We see a close-up shot of a book with someone turning the page over. However, the focus is on the book, so the person's hand is blurred, which creates suspense because it creates an enigma code, as we do not know who is turning the page, and we don't know why the pages are also blank. A mid-long shot is used here with the lighting focused on the picture of the hands with some dislocated fingers. This is used to keep the audience's focus on the hands, which creates suspense, as the audience cannot see anywhere else around the picture of the hands. There is also a creaking sound, which suggests that someone has gotten out of a chair. This then leads to something moving near the light, which causes the light to move, and a shadow to form, which creates suspense, as the audience doesn't know what caused the light to move. We then see a close-up on a person who is peeling skin off their fingers using a razor blade from a barbershop. This suggests that the person is the antagonist, as these actions connote danger and murderous intent. This fits the conventions of a thriller, as we cannot see the person's face, which creates more suspense.